And look, you've heard me talk about this before, Afghans and Afghanistan. Many Australians are deeply concerned about the fate of Afghan soldiers who fought side by side with our troops and other Afghani citizens who provided essential services. They're now literally running and hiding for their lives. I spoke last week to Dr. Kay Danes, who told us these men and women are being told to fill out their visa application. What a dumb thing to say by the federal government. Many are hiding and forced to relocate every day as each day brings them closer to being discovered by the Taliban. How do you fill out a blasted visa application? The Australian government has a moral responsibility and a strategic imperative to offer safe haven to those Afghans and their families who face imminent danger of being persecuted because they directly supported us. A petition's gone to the House of Representatives. Urgent actions required. Are these members of the Afghan family like the whalers, the Australian horses we took to the First World War to help our soldiers in their Defence Force operations? When the war was over and the horses no longer had any use, the decision was made not to bring them home, but to shoot them. Is that what is to happen to Afghan translators who've been placed on a Taliban kill list for working alongside, quote, infidel enemies over the last 20 years? Jason Skanes is the CEO of an outfit called Forsaken Fighters, and that's what they are, dedicated to securing urgent action by the Australian government to save these Afghan interpreters and others who worked under Australian command. Earlier this month, a threatening letter signed by a Taliban, quote, guerrilla operations commander was taped to the front door of a translator's home after his address was identified by the jihadist fighters. They knew it was a death sentence that simply said, quote, we will get you. Await your death very soon. We've tried to kill you by hitting you with a vehicle, but unfortunately you didn't die, only your leg was broken. Jason Skanes joins me. Jason, how long will these fighters be forsaken?
G'day, Alan, and thanks very much for having me on the program. Look, the situation there is unfolding minute by minute, and it's continuing to deteriorate. These individuals don't have long. This Resurgent Taliban are on the hunt, and they are tracking down these individuals, and they will take them out.
You worked in intelligence. You're a farming bloke of a farming family near Dubbo. How serious are the Taliban in all of this? They're determined to kill. They want to take it back to what it was.
Absolutely, Alan. Look, they have no hesitation in identifying, hunting down, and taking reprisal attacks out against anybody that is associated with coalition forces.
And you've worked with all these people. You're not talking from Dubbo. You worked with these people. You worked alongside them, didn't you?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. And
doesn't Australia have a moral duty? Doesn't Australia have a moral duty to get these interpreters and other Afghan ground staff who worked and were Australian in uniforms to get them out of there?
We have an absolute moral of duty, and I think it would behove our government to ensure that they exercise our nation's moral obligation.
Definitely.
In this regard.
Urgently.
And the window of opportunity. The window of opportunity is rapidly closing for action to be taken on this issue.
Your interpreter was Hassan. Are you still in touch with him?
I'm still in touch with Hassan almost daily, and he is in absolute great fear for his and his three kids and his wife. Absolute fear for their lives.
He's on a death sentence.
Absolutely, and
have you
him and many other interpreters.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Peter Dutton about this?
Look, I have spoken with Peter back in 2018 in regards to this particular issue. It would have been great to have spoken to him before it got to the federal court case issue. But certainly, I'm willing to work with government and assist them and provide whatever information we can to assist these people.
Jeremy, we have an air base about 18 miles out of Dubai, Al Minhad Air Base. It's massive. It caters for thousands of people. It's got medical facilities. It's got accommodation. Why can't we just fly these people out of Afghanistan to this air base near Dubai? They supported us in some of the bloodiest battles in Afghanistan. Why can't it be done?
You're absolutely right, Alan. Look, we've got the training, We've got the resources, we've got the capability, we've got 20 years experience in Afghanistan, we know the people in the area, we still have a coalition footprint on the ground in Afghanistan. The only thing that we're lacking at the moment is, does the government want to help these individuals that assisted us? If the answer is yes, all we need is a green light and we can make it happen.
All right. Well, Jason...
It's the will of the government is what we're asking.
Absolutely, the will of the government. Well, all they seem to want to do is persecute brave people who were mentioned with untested evidence in the Brereton report. They're spending plenty of time on that. I'm saying to the government of Australia, get off your backsides and deal with these people. These are unfolding issues.
Wouldn't it be great if we could Wouldn't it be great if we could divert some of those resources and actually look at trying to save some lives? Absolutely. We'll keep in touch with you, Jason. Thank you for what you're doing, but this is a battle that must be won. Very grateful. It's extraordinary, that, isn't it? Thank you for being with us tonight. Amazing stuff. Now, come on, Scott Morrison, Peter Dutton, everybody, this is the test. Something's got to be done, and done urgently.